a lot of people at times feel that, it's as if the government is doing some favor on these investors by letting them to invest in India. That's the feeling a lot of people get. Onus of changing that feeling is ours, not theirs. So Davos is good. Going to Davos and presenting all that is good. But bhai, jo aaye hain, the people who are with you, the people who are invested in your country, why don't you take care of them? The only thing I read in newspaper is ED raided him, ED raided that, ED raided this. That is all I read. Now all that is good. You are cleaning up and all that. You have been cleaning up, and what kind of cleaning up also one understands. But all that is good. But where is it where we are celebrating our wealth creators? Except for one or two, of course. It is our responsibility to ensure that this leakage is stopped. They remain in India. Their money is reinvested in India. Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. You see, today I'm going to talk about a subject which is possibly the most important topic that today India should talk about. A topic that every Indian should have a clue about, should have an opinion on. That's the topic that we are going to talk about. You see, when you talk about growth, when we call ourselves the fastest growing economy, when we call ourselves the sixth largest economy, all of this, what is the premises? What is the basis of us calling ourselves the fastest growing economy or the sixth largest economy? A lot of you all will say it's GDP. Of course, GDP ke karan. It's all about GDP. Our GDP figures are supposed to be the best, at least sixth best in the world. So our GDP growth, so we are, yeah, that's right. Now what makes GDP? What is the fundamental, what is the basis of our economy? You see, the basis of our economy is investment. The basis. And unfortunately, a lot of us do not talk about investments. We talk about everything else, but we do not talk about investments. And even if we talk about investment, the clarity that we get about investment is very varied. It depends on the way a person wants to present it to you. I'll tell you what I mean by this. You see, for any growth in this country, like I said, we require investments. Investments are of two types, broadly. One is FDI, foreign direct investment, and second is domestic investments. Now, with the combination of these two, we as a country, we grow. This builds GDP. GDP builds economy. Or at least measurable economy. That's how economy is measured. I don't think GDP builds economy and all that, but that's how economy is measured. From a layman's point of view, this is what I will tell you. So let us understand this concept of investment. Foreign direct investment, we'll start with that. Foreign direct investment is something that every chief minister, every minister, even the prime minister, everybody talks about foreign direct investment and how they are going to go and try and get foreign direct investment. And every trip, every tour they make abroad, they call it a venture to go and get foreign direct investments. Now, being aggressive about foreign direct investments is very good. But what I feel is somewhere down the line, I think we also need to be focused and strategic about it. What do I mean by that? You see, let's take, for example, financial year 2026. Financial 2026, we have done exceedingly well as far as gross foreign direct investment is concerned. We did exceedingly well. Our foreign direct investment is almost $95 billion. $95 billion. But you know what? Our net foreign direct investment is nowhere close to that. It is hardly around $7.7 billion. $7.7 billion. So now, where exactly are we going wrong? $95 billion means that the world is interested in investing in India. $95 billion means Indian market is worth investing and the world is excited about it. Then where are we going wrong? Have we thought about it? April to December 2025, our gross foreign direct investment, $74 billion. And our net foreign direct investment, $3 billion. $74 billion gross, $3 billion net. $71 billion gone, outflow. What really happens? People come invest in India, but after a certain period, they withdraw their investment and go. The official explanation given is that they take profits, and they go. Is that okay? And what is the country? What are we doing about it? I'll give you a marketing example. In the mid-90s, late 90s, this concept of CRM, customer retention management, came about. Customer retention management. So it was not only about getting the customer to your doorstep, to your counter. It is also about ensuring that this customer is retained. It is also about this customer coming and repurchasing with you. It is also about ensuring this customer comes and repeats their purchase with you. That is what CRM meant. Now juxtapose that to what is happening in our current economy. You have $95 billion invested in this year alone, this financial year alone, which is not bad, which means the customers are coming to your counter. But then where is our problem? Our problem is that we are not able to retain that customer. 88 out of that $95 billion have been taken away roughly, and only $7.7 billion is what is your net FDI. $88 billion taken away out of that $95 billion. So end of the day, except for a lot of efforts and a lot of foreign tour and all of that, India, the money is not with us, the money is gone. Are you getting the picture? This will not get us growth. This will not get us growth. Because unfortunately, we are still hunting for that $95 billion. We are not bothered about that $88 billion which has been taken away from us, which has gone out of us. What does that mean? Which means that these foreigners who have come and invested in us, it is their money, it is their will, it is their right to take it back whenever they want. The point is, we do not make enough efforts to ensure that these foreigners stay invested in our country. Like I spoke to you about consumers, that they repurchase from you, they repeat their purchases from you. That we do not ensure. We have no CRM programs with these investors who have already invested in India. In fact, they find when they come to India, they find the compliance is too stringent. They find there is corruption. They find that the ease of doing business and all are all in paper. In reality, there is no ease of doing business. They find that taxes are very high. They find that they are not heard. They are not heard. You see, they at times, and I tell you this, a lot of people at times feel that, it's as if the government is doing some favor on these investors by letting them to invest in India. That's the feeling a lot of people get. Right, wrong, otherwise, that you can debate till the cows come home, but that's the feeling that these investors get. Whether right, wrong, otherwise, the onus of changing that feeling is ours, not theirs. It is not about they are thinking wrong. It is about how we are going to change the way they are thinking. And that's the effort we need to take. So Davos is good. Going to Davos and presenting all that is good. But the people who are with you, the people who are invested in your country, why don't you take care of them? Why don't you ensure that you sit across the table and tell them, listen, this is the paper, tell us what you want us to do. Because we want your money, we want your investment, we want your business. How can we help you grow your business? End of the day, why would a German company come and invest in India? To make India big. German company will come and invest in India to make more money for themselves. Help them make more money for themselves. In the process, we will grow. We will also make a lot of money. Are we getting it? So it is a very mutual symbiotic process. But in this symbiosis, we have to give more impetus to the customer, who is the investor in this case. Like somebody said, customer is the king. That king has to be taken care of. That is the best way to have more customers. That's the best way to have more investors in your country. And the entire point that I want to make here is, good, we are aggressively focusing on investments coming into India. Good. But in the same way, we need to ensure that we focus on investment being retained in India. People reinvest their profits in India. You see, let me tell you, when you talk about big conglomerates, big companies, I mean, they don't take money and put into their pocket to buy a new car. That is not what they take profits for. They take profits to ensure that their valuation of their company grows. So if India is a very conducive market, India is a good market, we are a huge market, by the way. Our consumption is huge, our consumerism is good. If you keep them happy, they will go on investing in your country because they don't need to take the money back home and buy a two-bedroom flat for themselves. That is not what investors do. They will reinvest in your country. What we don't understand is why are they taking money out of your country? Our explanation is, oh, they are taking the profits away, but why are they taking the profits away? Like I said, it is not to buy two-bedroom flat, no. They're taking profits away because they don't believe in reinvesting the profit in your country. And that's the question we need to ask ourselves, why they don't believe in us. Why they don't find us stable. And what will make them reinvest their money in our country. This is my first point that I wanted to make. Let me get to my point number 2. Let's talk about domestic investors. See, we heard about Adani now investing a huge amount of money in United States, 15,000 jobs he is promised to provide and all. Those were the reports that were floating around. But whatever reason that is, you heard about Ambani going to invest in United States and so on and so forth. That too, the reasons could be whatever, but the investment is going there. You see, according to a report in BBC, India's Sun Pharmaceutical Company agreed to pay $11.75 billion to acquire a New York listed women health company called Organon and Company. So $11.75 billion, Sun Pharma. You see, Tata Motors have spent $4.4 billion to acquire a vehicle manufacturing company. An IT company of India called Coforge has spent $2.35 billion in Silicon Valley to buy an IT company. Data from consultancy Grant Thornton shows that 162 Indian companies spent close to 18 billion on outbound acquisition in 2025, 34% increase from last year. This is the status. Our companies investing abroad. Now, let us not get here and talk about an anti-national, a nationalist, all this jingoism. First, let us keep it outside. It is their money, it is their growth. And like you expect Google to come into India and invest in India, we should also be open when our companies are going abroad and investing in other countries where they see greener pastures. It is absolutely fair. The question is not whether it is fair or not. The question is, what are we doing to go down to a Sun Pharma and say, listen, Mr. Sun Pharma, what do you want from India? What do you want from us? Let's pitch. Let's pitch. Let's come to you with our proposal. Tell us what you require from us. We are willing to deliver that to you as much as it fits into our law and our policies. We will deliver that to you. Why are we not doing that? The only thing I read in newspaper is ED raided him, ED raided that gentleman, ED raided this. That is all I read. Now, all that is good. You are cleaning up and all that. You have been cleaning up, and what kind of cleaning up also one understands. But all that is good. But where is it where we are celebrating our wealth creators? Except for one or two, of course. Why don't we celebrate our wealth creators? Why don't we ensure that at home they are given every policy, every backing that can help them? Why is it limited to a very few wealth creators in India? Why don't we open our doors to everybody? And then these people go abroad and invest abroad. They are not wrong. They are seeking profits. That's what they do. That's their job. It is our responsibility to ensure that this leakage is stopped. They remain in India. Their money is reinvested in India. So I spoke to you about foreign direct investments and I spoke to you briefly on Indian investments. This is the thought that I wanted to actually share with you today. And write down your comments in the comment box below, and I'll be waiting to read them. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.